Shalom and welcome back to Aliyah and Chill, the only podcast where spreadsheets, Jewish guilt, and Zionism come together in perfect, slightly chaotic harmony. I'm Moshe, and today we're diving into the nerdiest, most satisfying, and most anxiety-inducing part of your Aliyah journey, the to-do list. Or, as I like to call it, a very Jewish spreadsheet. If you've already started your Aliyah prep, then you probably have a spreadsheet. If you don't, you're either lying to yourself or currently curled up in fetal position, whispering what even is an apostille. The Aliyah spreadsheet is not just a document, it is a spiritual artifact. It's part checklist, part therapy session, part reminder that you have way too many unread emails from Nefesh B'Nefesh. My spreadsheet has 11 tabs. Let me repeat that. 11 tabs, one for documents, one for appointments, one for items to pack, one for items not to pack, but that I probably will anyway, because I'm emotionally attached to my waffle iron. Then there's the Things I Don't Understand Yet tab, which includes Israeli taxes, Kupat Cholim, why every apartment in Tel Aviv has 700 water heaters, and what exactly is Arnona, and why does it sound like my great aunt who lives in Boca? But here's the thing about a Jewish to-do list. It's never just a to-do list. It's a living, breathing document. Every time you complete one item, 3 more magically appear. It's like a reverse miracle, the menorah of bureaucracy. Instead of lasting 8 days, your paperwork lasts forever. Now let's be honest. Some people thrive on spreadsheets. Others stare at them like they're the Dead Sea Scrolls. If you're the type of person who color codes your suitcases and puts sticky notes on your dog, great. You'll be fine. If you're the type of person who says, I'll figure it out when I land, you will end up in Bnei Brak crying over a SIM card that doesn't work. Here's what most people don't realize. Aliyah isn't one big thing. It's 7,000 tiny things. Each task feels small, but together they add up to something massive and messy. And that's where people start to break down. Because it's not just about filling out forms. It's about remembering which office needs what, who requires an original signature, who needs a notarized copy, and who wants 3 references and a blood sample. Let me give you a real example from my own spreadsheet. Line 42. Email UK police for background check. Seems simple. That one line became download form. Find scanner. Discover scanner is broken. Cry. Go to Staples. Email document. Forget to attach document. Resend. Wait 12 days. Receive letter what's in the wrong name. Line 42 became a full Netflix miniseries. Now, this is where Easy Aliyah comes in. They don't just help you with the list. They become the list. They take your Google Sheet of doom and turn it into an actual working plan. They prioritize what needs doing now, what can wait, and what you probably should have done 3 months ago, but they'll somehow fix anyway. They even have their own to-do list template that breaks things down week by week, stage by stage. One client said it was like having a Jewish wedding planner for your paperwork. And let's be real, most of us don't need another motivational quote. We need someone who says, hey, your Jewish agency appointment is on Tuesday. You need 3 documents, and if you forget your passport, I will personally yell at you in Hebrew. You know what else Easy Aliyah does? They answer WhatsApp messages. They remind you about deadlines. They check your paperwork before you embarrass yourself in front of a clerk named Moti who hasn't smiled since Oslo. They don't just get you through the to-do list. They get you to the finish line with dignity, sanity, and maybe even a functioning Israeli bank account. Let's talk about what actually belongs in a solid Aliyah spreadsheet. Passport, valid for at least 6 months. Birth certificate, translated plus apostille. Marriage certificate, if applicable. Police background check, proof of Jewish status. Application forms, appointments, packing lists. Power of attorney for your Israeli lawyer, housing search notes, school applications, medical records, budget projections. Emergency chocolate stash inventory. Yes, it's a lot. But here's the secret. You don't have to do it all alone. There's no prize for burnout. Nobody gets an extra Aliyah benefit for collapsing in an airport screaming, "Where is my Arnona number?" Ask for help. Use the tools. Call Easy Aliyah. They'll build your spreadsheet with you and update it in real time as you go. They'll even tell you when to stop obsessing over things you can't control, like whether your lift will arrive on time. It won't. Or whether Bituak Leumi will process your application in a week. Also no. But they will help you manage expectations and keep the checklist moving. Before we wrap up, I want to say this. If your spreadsheet currently has 73 items and only 2 of them are checked off, you're doing fine. If you feel like the list is growing faster than your motivation, you're doing fine. If you accidentally made a whole tab just called crying, you're doing great. Aliyah is a process, a messy, holy, spreadsheet-filled process. So keep checking things off. Keep asking questions. Keep adding things like call mom and buy sunscreen and breathe. It all counts. And if you ever get stuck, let Easy Aliyah jump in and take the wheel. They don't just help with the list. They help with the lift, the lease, the logistics, and your peace of mind. That's it for today's episode of Aliyah and Chill. Next week, I told my boss I'm making Aliyah. Now what? Spoiler, panic, but also practical solutions. I'm Adam. Your spreadsheet is holy. Your Aliyah is happening. You've got this. Lihitraut.